Good morning. How the devil are you doing this fine day? Me? I've got to be honest, I'm juggling a bit, to be honest, because while I'm speaking to you, those fine folks over at Case Construction Equipment are hosting a major machine launch, and I have one eye on that. By the miracle of technology, we should be able to take a very quick look. Bear with me a second.
Just a letter, but it stands for efficiency, economy, experience, and much more. And today you are going to discover why. And now let's go over to the studio where our colleagues are waiting to get the show started.
Thank you very much, Lars and Steve. I'm excited too. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the launch of the new E-Series excavators, a series which redefines the concept of excellence. My name is Elisabetta, and today...
Okay, we'll pop back to that in just a second when the action starts properly, when they've got past the formal introductions. So in the meantime, let me roll the intro, post the question of the day, and get this show on the road. And I will try to pop back to that case launch in just a second. Welcome to the Breakfast Show. I'm your host, Mark Anthony. It's Thursday, the 3rd of March, and as that remarkably persistent guy just said, welcome to the Breakfast Show. I am your host, Mark Anthony. In today's show, multiple prosecutions over a demolition death. Liebherr proves that the age of the track loader is not over yet. XCMG has had its mining machines on parade, and the deafening sound of silence. Plus, as I've promised, I will keep an eye on that case product launch as we speak. If I can find an opportune moment to post back over there, I will try to bring you some of that as well. We'll get to all of that in just a second. But first, let's see who among the rich and the shameless will be celebrating a birthday on this day of days. Happy birthday! And it's many happy returns to Alexander Graham Bell, inventor of the telephone. And legend has it that his intended greeting when speaking on the telephone was actually "ahoy hoy." I may start using that. To the original blonde bombshell actress Jean Harlow, to Scotty from the original Star Trek TV series, actor James Doohan, and to Brazilian soccer star Zico. Happy birthday also to sick note footballer Darren Anderson and to Boyzone singer Ronan Keating. Many happy returns to them, one and all. Four men have received suspended prison sentences after a worker died during a church collapse. Scaffolder and father of two, Jeff Pleavy, was crushed to death at the Citadel Church in Splot over in Wales as he worked on its demolition in July 2017, and that's Mr. Pleavy there. The men were sentenced for offences related to health and safety breaches. Four firms, of which three of the men were directors, also received combined fines in excess of £340,000. Judge Mrs. Justice Jefford said each of the defendants bear some degree of responsibility for the sad and unnecessary death of Jeff Pleavy. Pleavy died when the rear wall of the church gave way as he worked on it. His body was later found in the rubble. Prosecutor Andrew Langdon QC said it could have been avoided with proper diligence, and that there was insufficient coordination and oversight in the project. The four men and firms received a number of sentences and fines during a hearing at Cardiff Crown Court yesterday. Keith Young received a 45-week sentence, suspended for 18 months after being convicted of failing to take necessary steps to ensure a structure does not collapse. He was ordered to pay costs of £66,000. Stuart Swain was given a 39-week sentence, suspended for 15 months after being convicted of failure to discharge his duty. He must pay costs of £25,000. Philip Thomas received a 36-week sentence, suspended for 15 months after pleading guilty to failure to discharge a duty, along with costs of £20,000. Richard Dean and his company were given a 35-week sentence, suspended for 15 months after pleading guilty to failure to discharge a duty. He must pay costs of £20,000. Swain Scaffolding, of which Stuart Swain was a director, was fined £120,000 with costs of £25,000 after being convicted of failure to discharge a duty. South Wales Safety Consultancy, which had Philip Thomas as a director, was fined £97,500 with £17,500 costs after pleading guilty to failure to discharge a duty. NJP Consultant Engineers, where Richard Dean was a director, was fined £93,000 with £6,500 in costs, and Strong Partnerships fined £38,500 with £17,500 in costs, again for failing to discharge a duty. I don't recall ever seeing so many individuals and companies prosecuted over a single incident. Is that a precedent? Could this become the new norm in the prosecution of accidents and fatalities? Incidentally, if you want more details on that incident and that prosecution, you can find that over on demolitionnews.com right now. It's actually our lead story. Now, I am going to pop back to the case launch just to see what's going on there, because I can hear some action taking place. So let's go take a look.
18 ans. Je travaille actuellement dans l'entreprise Loisy depuis 10 ans sur une pelle CX250D. Aujourd'hui, j'ai l'honneur d'essayer la CX210E, dont j'attends confort, performance et faible consommation.
Ik ben Dennis Koppenaal, bedrijfsleider bij Graafmachineverhuur LAW Tol BV uit Biersel. Verantwoordelijk onder meer voor aankoop.
Okay, we'll pop back to that in a second. Hopefully, when the conference goes back to being in English, but I will keep it. I'm trying to listen to that and talk at the same time. So if I'm a bit confused today, even more than usual, you'll understand why.
Axoft and Svantec are your high-end partners for noise, vibration, dust, and air quality systems, sensors, and software. To find out more, visit axoft.co.uk or call 01234 639 550.
There are those that would have you believe that the track loader has had its day, that the trusty old industry workhorse should be put out to pasture once and for all. But in the right application, there is still nothing that can beat it. And judging by this new film from Liebherr, they have no intention of allowing the track loader to die off anytime soon. Make no mistake, the machine that Caterpillar continues to call the track type loader is going nowhere anytime soon.
The Miller GT series heralds a new era of unrivaled power and cutting-edge intelligent coupler technology, increasing job site safety, machine versatility, and productivity. It's the added versatility that you need at the value you can afford. To find out more, visit millergroundbreaking.com.
So you've just fulfilled a multi-machine order for a mining company. What do? Do you break out the champagne and celebrate a job well done? Do you take the afternoon off for a spot of self-congratulation? Well, apparently, if you're Chinese manufacturer XCMG, you hold a military-style parade and bring local roads to a standstill as you send the machines on their way. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got ourselves a convoy. I would imagine XCMG are hugely popular with local motorists. Now, keeping one eye on the case launch, we've actually got somebody behind the levers at the moment. Oh, excuse me, too much coffee. Let's go and take a look, see what they're up to right now.
And airflow with the new vents in our machines. In addition to that, we have rearranged and redesigned the cup holders, which will make it easier to grab your beverage. Plus, we have a newly designed mobile phone space for the operator's convenience. And behind the operator's seat, we have a big storage compartment.
Okay, we'll come back when there's a bit more action. Cup holders are not the most exciting thing in the world, so let's roll this for the time being. So yesterday I mentioned that I was in the process of producing a new video short on the lack of outrage and anger shown by industry leaders over the various regulation changes with which the sector has been bombarded in recent years. I finished this video just after yesterday's show, and I actually shared it with our patrons over at patreon.com/demolition news. They seem to like it, probably more than the silent industry leaders that it's all about. So while that case launch is going on, let me roll the video for you now. Now, as I said yesterday, I'm fully aware that the modern consultation process over new rules and regulations has been designed effectively to keep industry at arm's length, and it is difficult to express outrage via an internet form. But that doesn't apply with the lack of progress over the Didcot investigation. It doesn't apply to the ongoing accusations that demolition is wasting decades of embodied carbon. And it doesn't apply when you continue to break bread with tier one contractors that don't pay their bills on time and that make life miserable for pretty much everyone. I will make a very quick exception here. I know that the National Federation of Builders and Callum McIntosh and the team at the Scottish Plant Operators Association are continuing to fight against the loss of red diesel, literally right down to the wire. But what of the rest? Surely the very purpose of an industry leader is to lead that industry. Now, I am going to pop back to the case launch, see what's going on there.
Expertise from the manufacturer, all combined with trained technicians throughout the case dealer network, are the ingredients for ensuring maximum uptime. The standard planned maintenance programs are available for up to 6 years or 10,000 hours. Case Protect and Case Fluid Analysis offer further peace of mind, with an extended warranty program and fluid analysis schedule going beyond the standard warranty period. It's easy to see how these offerings guarantee the best customer experience and, of course, avoid unexpected costs.
Very interesting. But nowadays, service is also about connectivity.
Yes, we have.
Okay, we'll try and pop back to that again. I wish they would hurry up and get to the actual whiz-bang of the launch, but here we go. Over the course of more than 250 episodes of the Breakfast Show, we've brought you reports and video footage from as far afield as the US and Australia, from China, Japan, from Cambodia, Vietnam, and New Zealand. But if my memory serves me correctly, we have never brought you a news report from the Isle of Man. And I figured it was about time that we did.
We'll come down to Laxey Prom. It's quite a big day, really. In fact, it started yesterday, but these been I saw at the very end of the prom here for many, many years. We're trying to work out 20-odd years.
Must be 20, yeah, pushing 20 years. I mean, I arrived in 1986, and I remember having teas and coffees in the End Cafe.
Yeah.
And then, obviously, through various private ownership, it's fallen into disrepair, and we've had this blot on the landscape for donkey's years. That's irrespective of all the work that the commissioners and clerks have done. Before I even came on the scene as an MHK, we've been working on this for years, literally donkey's years.
Well, you were so excited you had a little go. I'm not sure how people appreciate that, but you had a go.
Well, yeah,
you know what you're doing. It looks like.
Yeah, well, that's right. Well, obviously, I've been in the building industry whilst I've been on the Isle of Man, and I just said to the contractors, well, look, I mean, because as a Laxey resident, somebody that's had my whole heart in the village since I've been here, a commissioner and now MHK for the region, then I do feel that I'm kind of intrinsically involved in the village, and let's show hands on and removing a blot on the landscape, because this is a great amenity area like to be. Look at it today.
Beautiful. We've got issues with this whole area, haven't we? Because there was a landslip.
There was a landslip, so
and anything that goes on there, there's going to have to be massive shoring up done.
A lot of groundwork. Yes, there will have to be a lot of groundwork done, but obviously that's down to the owner, and obviously we'll have to see what they decide to do.
That broadcast was filmed on the 1st of March, and the TV reporter is wearing a T-shirt. Meanwhile, I'm sat here in a sweatshirt with the heating on. I think I may live in the wrong place. Now, demolition contractors with ready access to Telford, lend me your ears. This one is for you. £1.5 million of your finest English quids have been set aside for the construction of a new nursery and associated play area at the Red Hill Primary School in Gatcombe Way in Telford. Morris Property is thought to be in the running for the new build portion of the works, but that construction work can't begin until an existing prefabricated nursery building is safely removed. And at the time of broadcast, a suitable demolition contractor has yet to be appointed. You can find out more about this project lead and countless more just like it over at buildersconference.co.uk. Alternatively, if you prefer to have those project leads sent directly to your inbox, then please call Nigel O'Sullivan on the number that is currently at the foot of your screen. He is standing by to take your call.
Sorry to interrupt the guy with the funny glasses, but if you're enjoying this video, please hit the like button as it helps our channel. Or, better still, share this video with a friend or a colleague. Thank you. Right, back to Beardy.
Right, that's going to do us for the main part of the show. Just while we're having a chat amongst ourselves, let me put the case launch back on.
Ik ben blij dat ik de nieuwe Case 1-serie rupskranen heb mogen testen.
Nu tycker jag att det första att poängtera är att...
Okay, so they're still dealing with their customer testimonials. So what I'll do, I will sign off this show, and then I'll go over into the chat. And if I spot them actually doing the launch with the whiz bangs and the fireworks and the pyrotechnics, we'll pop back to there. So that should just about do us for this today. I'm going to roll the outro in just a second before leaping gazelle-like over into the chat to see what you're all saying today. If you can't stick around, please stay safe. Look after yourself, your family, your friends, and your colleagues. And thanks for watching. But if you do have the time and the inclination, I'll see you on the other side of this.